Hello everyone. So it is, what is it, August 10th? I think it's the 10th. It's either the 9th or the 10th, can't remember. Anyway, it's Tuesday. Haven't really been doing a lot of videos, but I will give an update. We are working on my mom's solar array. We are setting it up differently so she gets more sun. This is what we've done. I went up in the woods, cut a bunch of pine trees down, as you can see. Use those for post instead of buying stuff. So I put one here, notched out a bird's mouth so they sat there, and down here on these little posts that I put in the ground, we got a little bird's mouth there so they sit. And then I put log screws in those, top and bottom. I think they were 6-inch log screws. Plus I also have 3-inch screws, but the 3-inch screws I used before I got the log screws just to get them in place and hold them in place. So every one of these up at the top and at the bottom have 6-inch log screws in them. One log screw per. And then I made a L shape down here with 2x4s. And my panels sit right up against that there. And then I came up 5 feet and put a board here, and it goes, there's 2 of them, it goes all the way across. And then it's the same thing right here. What you see here is the same thing at the bottom, except for this board is all the way at the bottom down there to do the L shape. So this is what it looks like underneath. The clean 2x4 is the one that spans all the way across, and then I put these 2x4s screwed fast to those to stiffen them up. The 2x4s that are underneath there, if it would have just been just a 2x4, over time it would actually bow, because that's what the ones over here did when we had them over there. So that'll help stiffen it up. If I have to, I will put another support right here and over there and up here. Actually, if I do put another support, I'd probably put one starting right here on this one, bring it straight down, and then go off of this over to that support, like from here over to the other support. But we have them all fastened. The bottom ones are fastened with 2-inch bolts. I made my own holes. There are holes in it, but I wasn't going to just sit and try to figure out exactly where the holes were in the board, so I drilled my own holes out. This is going to be multifunctional. It's getting that wire put all the way around it. I think that wire is about 4 foot. Something like that. I think it's 4 foot. Might have to put another piece up toward the top, but it's gonna be for the dogs. Dogs already kind of like it because it's cooler under there, shady. And we are going to put, I've got some old wood up there in the wood sitting on a pile. I think I'm gonna try and see if I have enough to run all the way across this. If not, maybe I can run one from the middle of this board down to that and then just use shorter ones. But I need to block that all in so the dogs can't get to the solar panels. And then I will cover up this part. I don't even know if I'm going to actually cover that part. Well, yeah, I'll cover that part up. Because what I would want to do, I think we are going to put 2 things of fencing up. Put one at the bottom, one at the top. Yeah, because Mocha will jump it. But if I would go up 4 feet and then put fencing on top to cage it all in, it would, for one, it would take a lot more, and I wouldn't be able to get inside. So that spot right here, the 2 poles, I put them that close together so I could put a door right there so I can get in and out. I'm thinking of probably this side, since it will have the most shade. put a dog coop over on this side so they can actually get in. They can lay down. They love it right now. I can tell you, they absolutely love this. We're gonna have to get. We'll get a. Maybe I'll put the coop over there, because over there. I'm actually gonna use. I got a pile of wood right there. I'm gonna use to put right there on that small side. So I might end up putting a dog coop over there. And then we can put their water dishes over here. I'll build like a little wooden thing there, cut it out for the dishes, and then screw the dishes fast to it so they can't move them. Or I might even get an old bucket and cut the bucket down and just make a water bucket out of that. Because like I said, I want to take a blue barrel, something like this, but the ones that have the bungs in them, I can get some 15-gallon buckets on Marketplace down here, so I think I want to do that. And I can fill those up with water and make it so they have water for a few days. Don't have to worry about it. And I will keep the water underneath here out of the sun, so it ain't gonna stay cool. That's another thing I was actually thinking about, just digging a hole in the ground and just maybe you can do that, babe. Just make a hole in the ground, put one of those blue barrels, the 15-gallon ones, in the ground, have it stick out like a foot, and then all that cool ground will keep that water nice and cool. All I have to do is pull up to it and just fill it up when I need to. But that barrel right there with the lid on it is probably going to get used for the dog food. I'll probably end up putting it right out here, right inside here. Just screwing it fast to the wood so it doesn't move. And then we can, I don't know. This actually isn't going to be their like forever spot. This is for only when we're down here working or doing something down here. So
our forever home's up in the woods.
Yeah, our cabin's straight up in back of there in the woods. So we're gonna have to make another thing up there for them. Hopefully something as big as this so they have some room to walk around. They'll probably be inside dogs. I don't know how they'd react outside overnight.
Yeah, they're gonna have to be inside at night.
Daisy has an addiction. She's always biting Mocha. Mocha seems like she doesn't care.
Sometimes she doesn't like it though. Daisy.
We got 4 more panels to put up. I got 4 more. No, wait, 3 more.
3 more.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 more. So 3 more panels and then hook it all up. I got some. There's pipe over there on that side. I got 3/4 inch PVC, the white stuff. That is going to go from. I got a breaker right there, an outdoor breaker for the panels, so I don't have to run anything inside for a breaker. But I'm going to run the pipe from this pole straight over, because right about where Karen's at now, but on the house. Come on.
I didn't know what you were doing.
It'll go right through there, because right inside that door is the kitchen, and then like right about in here on the other side is where the solar stuff is. So I can just take it straight over there, and then I'm just going to take a pickaxe and go down in about 4 to 6 inches, just enough to bury the pipe. But I don't want to keep running over the solar wire. And as long as it's down 4 to 6 inches, it'll be at least buried. I mean, when the car goes over, it's only going to be over the pipe for a split second. And the car won't, underneath the ground like that, even 6 inches or 4 inches, it won't smash the pipe. Because it's only going to be running over a space about that big. You can't even tell. Like, well, the pipe is 3/4, so probably a little ditch that's only like an inch deep or an inch wide. So the car's not even going to be touching it or putting any pressure on it. So I got 4 pieces of that, and they're 10 foot. I'm really hoping 2 pieces will get me over to the edge of the house. It doesn't have to go exactly all the way over to the edge of the house, as long as I can bury the wire. But 2 pieces at least there, and then I have to do the same thing over between the 2 sheds because her washer isn't gonna go over here. And if I said washer with an R, I don't give a shit. Screw off. I'm from Pennsylvania. We all talk different. Washer. And we were gonna put the water tank inside. I don't know if we're gonna do that or not because it gets hot as hell in that place, and it's nice to have some cold water. I think I might just. I'm gonna end up burying one right here in between, so it'll keep the water cool. It's nice to have nice cool water. The only way you get cool water down here is if you have ice. I mean, we have a ice maker, but it's so damn hot down here, and it's like, okay, it's what, 90 out, probably close to 90.
87 real feel.
Okay, so 87 and the real feel of 101. That's what it feels like to us, but it's 87 outside. So if it's 87 outside, it's probably close to 100 degrees in that shed, even with the doors and the windows open. The one thing about our place up in the woods, you get in the woods, it feels like it's 20 degrees cooler. Not because you get the shade, you get the coolness because it's pretty much a forest. The only downside is there's a hell of a lot more mosquitoes up there. You wanna go get that one? Is it open? And then my mom brought me out something cool to eat. So every one of these, where they go together, there's a crack, which I'm going to silicone them all. There's a seam that runs this way and a seam that runs up and down. This one here has to get put together farther, but they're all going to get silicone. Because if I have the dogs under here, I don't want the whole thing leaking. I want to make it like a roof. Or I don't know, maybe I'll just do the side that maybe this side here, where they're going to lay out inside the coop. I won't really give a shit about the other side. Because if they're down here and it's raining, they'll be in the coop instead of laying outside underneath everything. Daisy, what? You are 2 girls, ding dong. You can't do that. You don't have a ding dong, ding dong. You're stupid. You're stupid. So yeah, I put the boards underneath. I gotta add another board here yet because the ground slopes down a little bit. And add boards back here. I'm probably only gonna add boards to this pole right here and over. Fill up all this in here. And run the wire from this pole and go around the other side to that pole. And then I have to do the same thing over there. I have to go from that pole to that pole, or wherever over there. Moki's going after a bee. After a carpenter bee. Well, I tell you what. It's one thing I've really never had is a really good step ladder. This thing sucks. I hate wooden ladders. They move too much. I've already been on a ladder like that before, and the steps actually broke. I think I was up standing on the second one, about that high, and that broke, and then I fell and hit that one, and that one broke. That was a while ago when I was younger. I hate wooden freaking ladders. The only reason I have this is because I got it for free. But I really need a ladder. Anybody wants to go on Amazon and order me one, that'd be awesome.
Well, the ice didn't last long.
And Karen went and got water for the dogs and put ice in it, and the ice didn't even last.
It had half a thing of ice in it. It's gone already.
From the time she got out of there, just over here, just now, the ice is gone. And the puppies are happy though. I have a thing of water over on the other side for them. It's probably warm though. The one thing we both try to do is keep a couple ice cubes in there. Actually, is there a little bowl inside the freezer, a gray bowl? That I put that in there so that you can put the ice in there. It's one big chunk. Hey, she wants to dig. Mocha was just digging right there, and then she laid down. She wants to. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make them a little hole here. Take some of the grass out somewhere, probably like right underneath this spot. Take some of that out of there. You want some? All right, now Dad's gonna have to take that piece off of there and give it to you. There. Oh, she got it. Yeah, so the solar panels were right there where those blue buckets are. Between the gas cans and the blue buckets, that's where they are. And now we gotta, after we get done with this, and I get this all ran over, because I'd like to get it hooked back up today. Kind of sucks because I need to do this again for ours. I've got the wire to run up to ours. The only thing about that is I mean, I guess we can make this. Our panels aren't as big as my mom's. We have 12 of them, but they're just short little things. We can go ahead and build something like this for ours, and then we'll just put the boards where we need to put them for those ones. And then when we get our 10 of these, we'll just take ours off and just move the boards where they need to go again. But we need to do another one of these for us and get ours put up. And I have to buy pipe to run from all the way down here. Like ours is going to be sitting right over here in front of these. It has to run all the way up there to the woods, at least to the woods. And then our solar wire is probably just going to sit on the ground all the way up to there, up to our place. I'm not even going to try and bury it. Or maybe buy enough of the tubing to run the tubing all the way up. That way, at least if I don't think I'm ever going to run over it, because I can't go through the woods with the truck. So that's another thing. I'm not getting up right now, but because I'm trying to take a break, cool down a little bit. Our gray Nitro that we had, we traded a guy for Dodge Dakota, so we had a truck. Damn thing runs really good. I need to fix the exhaust. The exhaust got 2 leaks in it and it's pretty loud. But I'm waiting for my back pay to come for Social Security so I can get a welder, and then I'll fix all that shit. Oh, I gotta go. Man, I tell you what, my mom moved down here in January and still hasn't gotten her license changed to Kentucky. But that's not her fault. She's got all of the documents she needs to go get her license done. And we went there, and then they said that she needs a death certificate or a marriage certificate to prove her last name is Carnes, which is a bunch of bullshit. So she's been trying to get a death certificate from Vital Records in Pennsylvania. You only need 2 documents to show your address, to prove your address. We've already sent in 5 different things because they keep saying that. I sent one in that had the wrong address on it. So they didn't take that one. And for some reason, I guess the very first time I did it, I tried to get one. I put the wrong zip code in. I put 43622 or something like that. I don't know. So it was messed up. I didn't notice it. So they rejected it then. And then they just rejected it 2 other times because one, they couldn't read one of the papers, and one had the wrong address on it. Sent in another 2 papers, and then now they rejected it again. But let me tell you, she was on the phone the one day with him, and I was fuming. I went off on the lady. I'm like, it's a bunch of shit. I sent in what you guys need. It says exactly what they need. I sent in I think it was her car insurance that showed her address and everything. I think it was a bank statement too. And just this last time I sent in a Social Security benefit letter. And it still got all rejected. So I gotta go in and do that, get that done today. She did get her fishing license though. Didn't even need a driver's license online to get that. I guess all they go off of is your Social Security number. So her Social Security says that she lives here. So we got to go out fishing twice. Got stopped by a game warden the Sunday when we were out. The lake is so low down here because they're working on the dam and stuff. So where we went, turn it around. Where we went at, it's a boat launch, but it's so low that you can actually drive all the way down through the creek bed. And it's not really a creek bed, it's like the muddy bottom of the lake. But it's all dried up. But it's all dried up, so you could actually drive down through there. I mean, people's been driving down so often that they actually have it looks like a road. But when we came back up, this warden was there and stopped us and said that we weren't supposed to be down in there with a vehicle. And I mean, he was really nice about it. It wasn't a dick or anything. Just letting us know. I'm like, I didn't know that. There's no signs. And he's like, no, we put signs up, but then people take them down. But I'm like, we're from Pennsylvania, so I don't really know the rules down here too well. So it sucks because where we were actually fishing is quite a ways down. So we won't be going down there anymore. And if we do go down, we have to park in the parking lot and just walk straight down over. But that's why we're trying to get her driver's license done, because she needs to get her driver's license for down here, and then she has to get the boat registration and shit done. And I don't even actually know if she has to have a driver's license switch down here. She might be able to get the registration and everything on the boat down here, because people live from out of state down here and they have cabins and stuff and leave their boats down here. I don't know if you leave your boat down here. I mean, I guess you could probably keep it as your home address from another state. But I think legally, if it's down here and it stays down here, it has to be registered in Kentucky. It's like buying a car down here. You buy a car down here, you get registration and everything down here. What?
This stick fell that was on the schedule open, and it knocked your battery off the pallet. And I'm about, you're going to have to go fix your batteries upside down.
Alright. I'll probably end up having to go down and get water for the neighbor that used to live right down there. They just came and got his their shed that they had down there. They actually moved the hill, probably up in there somewhere. Like, our place is right up here, and then if you go to our place and you look up in the woods, you can see another lady's cabin. So it's like their Jim and Cheryl's place, the one that lived behind us here. they actually live up in here, right straight above the other lady's cabin. But you can't see theirs because there's on a flat spot up in there and back farther. I started cutting down trees and stuff up there along the woods. Everything's overgrowing and coming out too far, so I need to go down through and trim up everything. There's one down there just past those the big weeds right here. It sticks out a good 6 foot, like right here, or is it right there? This one here, can't tell, but it's actually sticking out about 4 feet from the edge, and it makes it really hard to mow the grass up in there. And I don't want to not mow the grass underneath all that stuff, because if I do that, what's going to happen is you're going to just keep losing more and more every year. You don't mow there, then this tree is going to keep growing outwards, and then you're not going to want to mow underneath it again, so the tree's just going to keep growing and you're going to just keep losing shit. So as long as I can get underneath the trees and mow, that's fine. I just don't want to lose any more yard and field. I've been letting it grow up out there pretty much just because I don't need it. I don't need these to waste the gas. I was mowing it out there, but I've been mowing this part right in here because that's where we come in at. And then all that weed down in there that's about 7 foot tall, I was mowing all the way down in there like this here. You can see where I've been mowing. Like I mow right here, and then you can see where the weed, like the grass got taller here, and then the weeds are taller there. I was mowing this too, but I stopped because when they told us they were moving, probably, like, okay, you see those holes right there? Can't really tell, but I can't do that either. Those holes are actually on the other side of this property line a little bit. If you can look straight up here, our pond's up in that vicinity up there. Right at the edge of the pond is where our stake is, and then it runs pretty much right along that grassy, weedy stuff all the way out to the property. Now I might be mowing over a little bit too far, but I'd rather do that and keep the weeds back. I don't want them to grow over into ours too far. But I got 2 holes down here. I got 1 hole there and then another hole over here on this side. I'm gonna cut some more trees down for wooden posts, and I'm gonna put 2 poles on both sides of the driveway, and then put one at the top. And then I'm gonna put, I have other holes drilled on this side. I'm gonna put some posts out and then get another post and run across. And then I'm gonna put holes in the ground all the way up through, all the way up to the edge of the woods. And I'm gonna run a pole across each one of them. Probably about the height of the fencing. And then I want to put fencing up on the fence. And right down there at the end of the weeds, you can't see it, but there's a huge rock down there. It's got a nice feature to it. Kind of looks like, if you're coming up the road and looking at it, it kind of looks like a bird flying. Maybe I'll paint it someday. But I'm going to put a little piece of fence over here too, come down this way. I want to come down this way a little bit into our property line. It's going to be right on the property line. I'm not going to do the whole damn yard. but eventually I would like to fence in this area right here, down along here, and then come up behind that, or even this way some on this side of the dirt pile, and then go up along the dugout right there, and go up to the woods, and then all the way along the woods, and then that's where we're gonna have our goats at. I'll probably end up making something for chickens. I might make the chicken coop up on top of the dirt pile, up that way, the dugout. I don't know yet. But I was actually thinking about making a shed or a barn inside the dugout right there where the boat's at. Maybe I can do something on the roadside to put animals in there. And then I could make something where they can, like, the chickens can just, you know, I could make something like a wooden thing to let like a bridge to let the chickens out, and they can go over there and roam in the field. But we're gonna have some pigs. I'll probably put some pigs in there, put the pigs out in the pasture, and goats. The goats will probably stay in the pasture. I'll just make them a thing so they can go inside a shelter that's right inside the fence. They've got a lot of food up there to eat. They'll eat all that crap. That's one reason why I haven't mowed it. I'd rather have it growing so when I do get stuff, they can go up there and just eat it. I want to start out with probably one goat, unless we find a good deal for 2 of them. Chickens, actually, I might end up just putting bigger animals in the shed part. I don't know. I might even just put the chickens up. I don't know what I want to do, because eventually I'd like to have about 30 chickens. I want egg layers, but I want meat birds too. I want to be able to go out when I need a chicken to cook and just shoot one or wring its neck. Who the hell's flying through? There's no one from up here. It's all.
I just seen dust.
It's the mail lady. Stay here. Mocha? This is exactly why we need to get this done here, because Mocha just likes to take off. Daisy doesn't take off. Daisy's either in the pond or messing in wood somewhere trying to find something.
Well, she's been trying to go to the end of the road lately.
Oh. Alright, well, this video's 33 minutes long.
Longer than expected.
So, hey, I said I haven't done a video in a while, so I thought I'd do a pretty long video. If we do anything else today, I'll show you the final project when it's done. I'm gonna try and get the whole thing done today. I don't know if I'm gonna get the panels actually hooked up in the house. I mean, they don't even have to be hooked up in the house. There's wires coming out of the house now. All I have to do is run them over there and get the wire that's already outside and hook them up over here. So that's all I need to do there. I just need to put ends on the new wire that I got. But then I want to get this done, and I got to put a door in here. I got to get the fencing put up, which I've got 3 more panels to put up, and then I'm not even going to worry about putting the wire in just yet. I'm going to try and get the fencing up and the boards put up. I gotta go up and see if I can have any more boards to run down along the bottom and the tops. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I'll show you some more later. Please like and subscribe if you're watching this. I know I'm a big dude. I'm not some hot chick. that gets all the views and stuff. But hey, if you like this kind of content and you'd like to see different ideas of what people are doing on their homestead, I mean, I'm kind of a handyman. I like carpentry. I went to carpentry school when I was younger. I'm a welder by trade, but I am disabled now because of my I forget what degenerative disc disease that I have, and my diabetes and all the other crap that I have. So if you guys like hot chicks, there's a hot chick. She doesn't show that much cleavage, so sorry guys, you don't get a chance to see all the cleavage. Yeah, so if you want to see any more, I'll show you a little progress that we're doing here in a little bit. Alright, so stay tuned.